Welcome to the Radical Reset, guiding you through powerful, meaningful change, the kind of radical reset that brings clarity, peace, and purpose back to your life. Thank you for listening. Today's episode is on the practice of radical acceptance. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Christine Dickson, licensed clinical psychologist. For the past 22 years, I've been blending modern psychology with ancient wisdom to guide people through the challenges and stressors of everyday life. Today, I want to talk about something that comes up in almost every session I have with my clients: the practice of acceptance and surrender as a way to radically reset your mind. Specifically, what we call radical acceptance. It's a life skill that can feel nearly impossible in the moment, but it's also the path to real freedom, especially when life hands you something you didn't ask for, didn't expect, or simply didn't deserve. Let's be real, life gets messy. And for thousands of years, spiritual and religious traditions across cultures have taught that acceptance and surrender help us survive, even thrive, through the mess. Now, whether you're spiritual, religious, or neither, this wisdom holds up. As a psychologist, I'd be foolish to ignore strategies that have been helping people navigate suffering for centuries, especially when modern psychology is barely 100 years old. So after finishing my PhD in 2003, I started diving into those traditions across different religions, philosophies, and cultures. And I noticed something. In every system, the themes of acceptance and surrender were everywhere. They weren't just spiritual ideals, they were tools for surviving pain, loss, disappointment, and uncertainty. But here's the thing: you don't have to belong to any spiritual path to practice acceptance. One of the most powerful psychological approaches to this comes from Marsha Linehan, the founder of dialectical behavior therapy, or DBT. About 30 years ago, she introduced a term called radical acceptance. And it's exactly what it sounds like: accepting deeply and completely the reality of this moment, even when it feels unacceptable. What she discovered, and what I've seen over and over again with my own clients, is that when we practice radical acceptance, anxiety goes down, depression lifts, self-destructive behaviors lose their grip, even suicidal thoughts can ease. And here's what might surprise you: most of the clients I work with are already incredibly high functioning. They run companies, lead teams, raise families. But when they start practicing radical acceptance, they transform themselves in ways they did not think were possible. Now, I'll be honest. Even as a teacher of radical acceptance, I sometimes struggle with applying it to my life. There are moments in my life where accepting what's happening feels impossible, like weakness. My mind fights reality with everything it's got. But here's what I know, both personally and professionally: the only way out of suffering is through radical acceptance. And I want to share with you exactly how to start building that muscle. Let's break down the 3 core skills from Psychologist, Marsha Linehan, that can help you radically accept life, even when life feels unlivable. Skill number 1, create a radically accepting mindset. Start thinking radically by saying to yourself, everything is as it is. Everything is exactly as it should be, even when it's painful, unfair, or heartbreaking. Radical acceptance means we stop fighting reality. It doesn't mean we like it or approve of it. It means we let go of the struggle against what is. And here's the hard truth: pain turns into suffering when we refuse to accept the pain. But when we truly accept, we transform suffering into pain that we can endure and eventually move through. Skill number 2, turning the mind. Acceptance doesn't happen once. It's a moment-by-moment choice. Think of it like coming to a fork in the road. You can turn toward rejecting reality, this shouldn't be happening road, or you can turn toward acceptance. The act of turning your mind is just that, an act. You might have to do it over and over again, especially on hard days. But each time you choose acceptance, even for a moment, you're moving toward peace. Skill number 3, willingness. It is showing up for life as it is, no resistance, no dramatics. Just doing what's needed in the moment, with humility, with effectiveness, with presence. It means tuning into your inner wisdom, that quiet voice inside that knows what's needed next. It's also about remembering your connection to the world around you, to the ground beneath your feet, the air around you, the people beside you. Willingness keeps us open, grounded, and ready to respond, even when life feels overwhelming. As you can see, radical acceptance isn't easy, but it's powerful. It doesn't mean we give up. It means we stop fighting reality so we can reclaim the energy to change what we can. If you want help practicing these skills in your life, I'd love to support you. You can reach out through my website to schedule coaching or therapy sessions. You don't have to figure this out alone. Thank you for listening. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with a friend, leave a review, and stay tuned. There's more to come on building resilience, finding peace, and creating meaningful change. Until next time, be gentle with yourself and remember, acceptance is the first step to freedom.